Hello, faithful listener, and welcome to Season 2, Season DOS of Edquiring Minds. Now, I've been away for a while. I've been going through some tough times, some long extended stay in a hospital, physical therapy, regular therapy, PTSD therapy, all because of the events of the finale of last season, where I was involved in a bank heist, and I was involved in the altercation, and I'm past it now after months of therapy. I am fully recovered, and I look forward to getting back to what I love to do, my passion, which is talking to people, learning about their lives, and then getting people to pay for me to sponsor their product on the podcast version of it. And with that in mind, let me tell you about today's sponsor. Now, this time, I'm kind of talking to the ladies in the audience. Are you worried that your bridesmaids are going to outshine you at your wedding? Are you worried that when you look back years from now at your wedding photos, you're going to find your husband of 20 years is thinking, "Core, her sister Amy looks fit in that dress"? Well, worry no more, because Stan's Bridesmaids are offering a revolutionary new service. Now you can order stand-ins to make these photos really pop. But, and here's the key, ladies, the models are all arranged in a sliding scale of attractiveness, so they won't be, like too ugly that, you don't want any proof that their face exists, but they won't be so beautiful that they take attention away from you. So they will look at you and choose from their models who looks marginally less attractive than you, and then you just pay them. You send them the bridesmaids' dresses. They all turn up on the day for the photo. Years from now, you look at your photos, you are content knowing that even though in the years since your breasts may have sagged, your arse may have lost its luster, your libido may not be what it was, but on that special day, you were the belle of the ball. And now to today's episode, which is a very special live podcast. I was thinking all about this in the hiatus between season 1 and season 2, and I'm very happy to bring this to you now. I'm happy to connect with my fans and be there in person. And so without further ado, let's go to the live episode with noted Professor of Linguistics, Dr. David Stein. I hope you enjoy it very much. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the function room inside the beautiful Chillwall Wetherspoons pub, please welcome your host, Stephen Edwards. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Oh, you're too kind, really. No, seriously, stop it. Stop it. So, looks like I'm going through with this, since everything's already paid for. I'd like to begin this show, and in fact, the second season of Edquiring Minds with Stephen Edwards, by saying that you should never feel like a failure for taking risks and seeing them, well, fail. You see, listeners, I was so touched by the response to season 1, by the people from all over the globe who chose to tune in to my humble little interview podcast, that I decided to make the opening episode of season 2 a live event. I wanted all the people who made season 1 such a success to be with me as we journey on to even greater heights in season 2. I wanted it to be an illustration of the effort it took to make this show such a success, for everyone who was responsible for that to be in the same room. And I suppose, in retrospect, that's still true, because I'm the only one here. Now, someone else in this predicament might have gotten angry, okay? They might have gotten hurt and humiliated and begged the Wetherspoons through tears for a refund on their deposit. But me, I find it an important reminder that I did all of this myself. I have nobody to thank. I have no one to repay, nobody to hold responsible for my success but me. And screw anyone else. Though I would, of course, like to thank the one person who actually did turn up. Woo indeed, sir. So, we're off, okay? Here we go with season 2. And not content to give you more of the same, I tried to look back at last season and find ways to make the show better. And the one thing I thought this show could do it more of was straight white men explaining the world to the youth of today. With that in mind, please welcome this evening's guest, Professor Dudley Stein, Head of Linguistics at the University of Newcastle. Welcome, Professor. You just take a seat right there. Would you like water? No?
Yeah, we really going through with this?
Yeah, we are.
There's no one here. This 8 rows and
No,
one.
look, there's clearly someone there. That one bloke is here. Hi, guy.
Come on, though, it's a bit silly. Can we just sit down and have a beer and a burger and we'll try this again some other time?
Do you know how much it costs to hire this hall? No, we're doing this today, okay? So you're either in or you're out.
Well, you did pay me up front, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Right, well, okay then, Professor Stein. Welcome. How are you this evening?
Slightly embarrassed, but I can't imagine as embarrassed as you are.
Well, that would be a great feat, to be embarrassed as I am. Welcome to the show. It's good. This is what I wanted for season 2. Some really respectable guests. You are a respectable, really proper professional. You are a professor of linguistics.
That's correct.
Right. And just for people in the audience and listening at home, just explain to the uninitiated, not like me, I know what it is, but explain to the uninitiated what exactly linguistics is.
In its simplest form, linguistics is the study of words, of language and the evolving nature of that.
Yeah, the rules, right? All the rules that come within language.
Yes, the ever-evolving rules of language, yes.
Would you, Professor Stein, consider yourself a grammar Nazi?
Well, again, language is evolving and shifting with time, so to be...
Yeah, me too, I would as well. This is what I hate, I bet you will as well. I hate when people don't use language right, like for instance, and I'm everyone watching this guy, I'm about to really grind this guy's gear. Watch his eye twitch when I say this. Oh man, he's about to go nuts. I bet this is his pet peeve of all pet peeves. What about when someone says, "I could care less"?
I really don't have a problem with that.
What do you mean?
I don't have a problem with that. I understand it's not grammatically correct, but as long as you understand the context that is being issued in, I don't see it as an issue.
But it's wrong. What you're supposed to say is, "I couldn't care less." If you could care less, that implies you do care at least a little.
Yes, but language is in itself communication of a statement, and I feel that the statement is still made even when incorrectly spoken. Unless you're writing for textbooks or novelizations, then spoken language is not something that one needs to be concerned with.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, there must be some mistake. I thought you were... Are you not a professor of linguistics? I thought you were.
I am, but the thing is, language changes. Sentences from 100 years ago look like nonsense when we read them today. New sentences that we think are silly now will become standard in years to come. You have to embrace it. Language isn't gospel. It's not written in stone. All it is humans making noises with their mouths that other humans understand, and all we're doing is changing the order those sounds come out in.
Right, but could care less implies that you do care.
Yes, I know.
I don't think you do. Let me explain it again.
Sorry. Hello? I believe he's on the phone.
I can see that he's on the phone.
Should we wait for him to finish?
Well,
he is the only person here.
Yes, obviously.
No, mate, you've gone the wrong way.
I think he's talking about more people coming there, hopefully.
You want to take it's next to the Chunku. It's right next to it. Have you gone past it?
So we should carry on talking? We should carry on talking. Okay.
You'll see it. It's on your left there.
Hang on, I think it's
got a big car park, yeah. Alright, it's in a bit. Sorry, Steve, go on.
Yeah, I would prefer if you turn that off, but just to confirm, there are more people coming?
Yeah, that's just our Dave. He's a bit of a plonker, like he's gone the wrong way. He's on his way, be assured. He's got like 4 other lads in the car with him there, and the rest are following suit, like, so go on. What are you saying there about the Nazis, mate?
I wasn't talking about Nazis.
No, I was the one talking about Nazis. How can you be a professor of words and not be bothered when people don't use them properly?
Well, professor of words is a gross oversimplification of what it is I do.
Oh, so now we care about the accepting definition of things. Oh, you weren't caring about could care less a second ago.
Got a double bacon there in the chair? Yep, over here, girl. Yep.
Alright for you. Need any sauce? Any salt in it or anything like that?
Nah, I'm alright, girl. Thanks anyway, ta.
This is getting quite ridiculous. Could we just end this whole facade now so I can catch the megabus back to the campus?
No, there are people coming, you heard that guy. So, look, let's change the subject. Let's play a little game. I'll say a word, and you explain the origin of it. That'll be fun, but also, like, intellectually stimulating. Huh?
Well, that would require me to be an entomologist, which I'm not. I'm a professor of linguistics.
Right, and I'm asking you to explain where we get certain words from.
Like, I can't do that.
Oh, no, you can. We'll start easy. Mushroom. Where does that come from?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't... Oh, tent. What are the origins of the word tent?
I don't know. Listen to me. That's entomology. There's a whole other field of which I know nothing.
Towel?
What?
Where's that come from, eh? Where's that word come from? Towel?
Ooh, good one, Professor.
I don't know. Okay, I do not know. It is not my job to know who invented the word towel.
Carlin?
I don't know the origin of any words. It's not choosing the right word for me to find. I don't know origins of words. I study linguistics.
No, you fella. I was talking to the bird at the bar there. She's trying to get another drink in. You go on, mate. Go on. Just bring me a car when you're ready to go. Nice one.
Look, I really think there's been a misunderstanding here. I wanted to talk to you about, linguistics and things like that.
I think the misunderstanding is you don't know what linguistics are.
It's the study of words and grammar and where words come from.
No, it isn't.
Okay,
It is not.
I am not caring for your attitude, to be frank. I'm giving you a great opportunity for exposure here.
Exposure to whom? The one chap who showed up with a waitress who's been bobbing in and out bringing him his food.
We haven't got any car and love. Is Guinness alright? That'll be alright for you.
Yeah, we'll pass on.
Okay, now listen, I will have you know, I have a very respectable listenership. And not just here, but all over the world. People in Japan, people in Pakistan. I had one from, what's that one called? Azerbaijan once. North Korea even considers me state-sanctioned media. And I really appreciate the one lone fan who showed up tonight. Thank you, sir. And I appreciate your interest in the podcast.
Alright, yeah. What's the podcast, though?
It's this. It's this thing that's happening right now. It's the reason you came here, sir.
No, mate, no. I'm just here for the Kristen. I thought you were like the karaoke lad or something.
I think I'm going to go.
No.
Yes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave.
Wait, look. My earlier point.
Best of luck to you, sir.
My earlier point stands. Okay, I have a strong listenership. Look, I'll pull up my stats. See, global audience. In fact, the UK is where people listen to my show the least.
Well, then why host a live podcast here? Did you rent a plane to fly over your fans from Pakistan? Or are they supposed to get here on their own volition?
Oh, shut up. What do you know? You're a doctor of words who doesn't even know where they come from.
This is ridiculous. This has been an absolute waste of my time, and I suggest you look at the origin of these words. Go fuck yourself. Good day, sir.
Well, that went about standard for this show, to be honest. Thank you, listeners, wherever you may be listening to this. Konnichiwa and Honolulu, as I'm sure they say in your neck of the woods. Thank you for all your support from last year. And I hope you continue to support me throughout season 2. I promise to be there for you. I will get you real guests, respectable guests. Be able to deal with me, pushing them on the subject, and now if there's even anyone who's listening. No.
Everybody come in. Everybody in. Yeah. Really? Yeah, on that table there. Yeah, just push on that there. Yeah, it's been a great night, everybody. Wonderful, Christine. You look amazing up there, darling. He deserves to be in the nick. I'm glad he's missed out on this because you're a special girl, you are, and you're going to be finding out. Alright, so the magician lad here, he's going to do some tricks and stuff.
I'm not a magician. I'm not a magician.
And the rest of us just going to have a good night and a boogie. Come on, fella.
If someone could call me a cab, that would be great.